Hi everyone, Phil here, filling in for Simon on Walsall Fan TV, doing a sort of kind of matchday vlog based on yesterday's win at Salford. Not the usual sort of thing you'll get, so no sort of videos of the games or fan interviews afterwards. But what I'm going to do, just talk in a little bit more detail about what happened yesterday, go through each section of the team, give my opinions for what they're worth on how I thought certain players did in yesterday's game. First of all, what a great result. Seeing the Saddlers climb up to third place in the league, 15 points from 7 league games is a great position to be in. We all said that Matt Sadler needed a good start to the season to try and relieve some of the pressure on him. Well, he's certainly done that, not just in the league, but also in the Cups as well. And of course, you've got the match against Leicester to look forward to on Tuesday night. Just a point behind Gillingham and Barrow, who are the top two, both of whom we play at home before Christmas. And I know it's early days, but the league is starting to take shape, and it's great to be in the position that we're in. So, starting with Tommy Simpkin and the back three. First of all, we said at the start of the season that last year we conceded far too many goals. We didn't keep enough clean sheets. And again, it's looking like we're putting that right this season. Yesterday was our second away clean sheet in 4 games. Last season, it took us until the 24th of February before we got our first away clean sheet at Harrogate. Well, we've already managed 2 in 4 games and only conceded 4 goals in the 7 league games that we've played so far. So a big improvement there. And all this without having Donovan Daniels, Oisin McKenzie and Precy Farquharson fit for all of the games. I think the back three that have come in recent weeks, Harry Williams, Taylor Allen and David Cagbo, have done really well. Harry Williams was my man of the match yesterday. I thought he was outstanding and continues to improve game by game and is quickly making himself undroppable, in my opinion. Taylor Allen, I think Matt Sadler was right to pay special tribute to Taylor Allen yesterday, obviously playing after what's been a terrible week for him, losing his father. But you wouldn't have known that yesterday seeing him play. I thought he was outstanding again. And David Cagbo, I know, doesn't seem to be everybody's cup of tea from some of the stuff that you read on some of the fan sites. And I know that sometimes his passing out of defence is a bit shaky. But actually, I think his defensive work is fine. And the three of them complement each other really well. Tommy Simpkin in goal as well, providing a solid base behind the three of them. Didn't really have a huge amount to do yesterday, Tommy Simpkin, but what he did do, he did very well. It looked like he made one good save in the second half. It was a bit hard to see because it was at the far end of the pitch, but there was a shot that seemed to take a bit of deflection, which he did well to keep out. There was another couple of close shaves in the second half. There was a free kick that hit the roof of the net, and there was a shot that went just past the post. But in truth, he didn't really have much to do, and what he did do, he did it very well. Moving on to the wing-backs, arguably the biggest difference from last season. Starting with Connor Barrett. First half yesterday, he had to do a lot more defensive work, and there were a few times in the first half where Salford got in down their left and our right-hand side. And he wasn't getting the link-ups with Jamie Jellis going that he usually has. But that's certainly changed in the second half. Great ball in for the first goal for Nathan Lowe. A really intelligent cross again, not just a ball that he fizzed into an area. An intelligent pull back to the edge of the box and a fabulous finish from Nathan Lowe. That gave Connor Barrett his 5th assist of the season already. He also was heavily involved in the second goal, putting another cross to the back post, which Lowe brought down and played in Charlie Lakin. So Connor Barrett showing that he is a definite upgrade on what we had last season. But don't forget Liam Gordon. I think he's had an outstanding start to the season. And I think both of them, their transition from defence to attack in that wing-back role is crucial and key to what we're doing. They both get forward really quickly and really well. They've got the energy to get up and down the line all game. They're doing their defensive duties. They're stopping more balls coming into the box. And they're both getting forward to great effect. Moving into midfield, I'll be honest with you, if Brandon Comley had been fit at the start of the season, I'd have probably had him in the defensive midfield role ahead of Ryan Stirk. But when Comley does get fit, he's going to have to work very hard to get Ryan Stirk out of the team, the way that Stirk's playing at the moment. Again, yesterday, I thought he gave real good control and real good balance in midfield. First half, he had to do a little bit more tackling and covering and chasing back than he has done in other games. But when he is on the ball, he's using the ball intelligently, he's bringing other people into play, and he's keeping possession well. Either side of him, Jamie Jellis didn't have the best first half, didn't seem to have his usual zip, his usual energy, wasn't the link-ups with Connor Barrett, and there was a couple of times he was a bit slow in possession and got caught on the ball. Second half, massive improvement, seemed to come out with that kind of that energy, that press, that bite in his game that we're used to seeing, and got those link-ups going with Connor Barrett, which was particularly evident for the ball he played out to him for the first goal. Charlie Lakin on the left-hand side, delighted to see him get his first league goal for the club, and what a good finish it was too. And just the look of sheer delight on his face as he wheeled away and celebrated with the fans was great to see. What I'm hoping is that the first 20-25 minutes that we saw him play last week against Bradford, and that 25-minute period that he had at the start of the second half yesterday, is more of the Charlie Lakin that we're going to see as the season progresses, because he's been a big improvement on what we saw in some of the matches earlier in the season. Hopefully with some goal involvements and his first league goal, and also the goal at Birmingham, there's a confidence building in his game, and we're going to see a really important player and a big part of our squad moving forward. Moving on to the forwards, starting with Nathan Lowe, who continues to catch the eye. I never thought I'd hear myself singing the Indestructible song, but I was singing it yesterday. To be honest, in the first half, he didn't have a lot to work with. He was feeding off scraps, to be honest, as was Jamil Matt. But that certainly changed in the second half. The way he took his goal was outstanding. Good ball in from Connor Barrett, as we've already talked about earlier on. But the way he hit that first time across his body into the top corner was an outstanding finish. And he arguably did even better for the second goal. The way he brought that ball down, I thought the cross was going beyond him, but to bring that back into play and then have the vision to play it inside for Charlie Lakin was outstanding forward play. In truth, he probably could have had another couple of goals. There was one where the keeper made a very good save and another one where he had a shot blocked towards the end. But the fact that he's continuing to get himself into goal scoring positions is really encouraging. And while he does that, the goals will continue to come. Jamil Matt yesterday, he had a good ding-dong, I think, in the first half with Curtis Tilt. I think there's probably been a few battles between those two over the years. And that's where Jam is important, his physical presence up front. He takes a lot of hits, he defends well from set pieces, and he brings other people into play. I'm still not totally convinced that Jamil Matt and Nathan Lowe is the right combination up front. Obviously, yesterday it meant that there was no game time for Danny Johnson or for Reyes Cleary, so I'll expect to see a bit more of those two on Tuesday night. A few final thoughts on yesterday, starting with the supporters. Absolutely brilliant once again. Nearly 800 of us there yesterday, singing throughout the entire game. I hardly heard the Salford fans at all during the 90 minutes. Not that there was that many of them there, of course. And it's always nice to beat a team managed by Carl Robinson. I always try and be as balanced as possible after each game. I never get too high when we win, try not to get too down when we lose. But it's difficult not to be optimistic about what we're seeing at the moment. Yes, it's early days. Yes, we're only 7 games into the season, plus a few cup matches as well. But there's definite signs of improvement from last season. And this looks like a team that's got the ability and the depth to carry this much deeper into next season. Last season, we had peaks and troughs. We had periods where we looked good, periods where we didn't look so good. But the good things about this season is that when we have lost games, we've bounced back and we've won the next couple. That's something that needs to continue, because there will be bumps in the road and there will be games that we lose. Moving on to Matt Sadler. How are we feeling about him now? Are people starting to see the benefits of giving a manager a bit of time and a few transfer windows to bring in the sort of players that he needs? Personally, I think we are starting to see that. Matt Sadler talks a lot about characters and bringing in the right type of people, and it certainly seems that he's done that. There's a definite togetherness about the squad. When you look at them before and after the game, there doesn't seem to be any bad eggs in there. Everybody seems together. Everybody seems to be pulling in the right direction, which can only be beneficial for the club. So, on to Tuesday night in Leicester City. Look forward to seeing you all there. Hopefully it'll be a good night, and hopefully this form will continue long into the season. Thanks everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please put some comments below if you agree or disagree, which I'm sure some of you did with some of the things I've said. But up the Saddlers, and as Simon says, the joy and the pain. Hopefully the joy will continue and we keep going the way we are at the moment. Thanks everybody.